bring you into their world. It's not just chickens and the Angus herd. So take off your boots, relax, and go beyond the ranch.
Hi guys, and welcome back to another edition of Beyond the Ranch. I'm guessing you guys can hear me okay. I thought I might have to run over to the mixer and change something because we use these same microphones to record our podcast sometimes. And I thought we might have an issue with that, but I think we're okay. I'm guessing. I'm hoping.
Can you hear us?
I hope you can hear us okay. Thank you guys for coming along. This is a very special edition of Beyond the Ranch. We are done. This is the last Beyond the Ranch for the year. So we figured we would have a little Q&A and kind of a no holds barred Q&A. So we're gonna make
within reason.
We're gonna make the moderators work some tonight. If there are some questions that come across, they'll be the ones that squash that stuff. But I really do want to thank you guys for sticking with us for a whole nother year. This is the first year of the Beyond the Ranch channel. Yeah. We're up to almost 8,000 subscribers, which is insane, just wild and crazy to me. Thank you guys for the super chats. 73 Ford Man and Jessica, $5 super chats there.
Thank you guys.
Of course, WPR Jersey sticking his nose in things and giving us a $1 super chat. Thank you very much. While I'm on the subject of thanking people for things, I know that, thank you, Mark. I know that we had kind of a bummer end of our last live stream, which had to do with Todd and him passing away. But he did have a GoFundMe account. And
thank you, Tabitha.
Thank you, Tabitha.
Thank you, Jersey.
And thanks to you guys coming in that GoFundMe account for Todd to help pay for his funeral costs and his medical bills and all that stuff. He managed. We got that GoFundMe over $5,000.
That's great.
Going directly to him and his family. So thank you guys for that. We really do appreciate it. A lot of us, nobody really had a chance to meet Todd, even myself included, up until almost the last week of his life. We had him on the live stream. So very cool. Thank you guys. It really does show what we've managed to build here. Thank you, everybody. Oh my gosh, 73 Ford Man.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. It is amazing to me, the community that we've met. I think there's some sort of bidding war going on here. We're going to end up buying these people a lot of drinks eventually, I think, at some point.
Hey, JB Weld.
JB Weld is here as well. Thank you very much, JB. I had a chance to use JB Weld today, this week, by the way, and I actually used some JB Weld that JB Weld had sent us like a year ago. I think it expires. I'm not exactly sure. It didn't really work very well, but I tried it.
Blame it on the weather.
It could have been too cold. That's very true. So anyway, the community that we built around our Wyoming Life and around.
Thank you.
Beyond the Ranch, because Beyond the Ranch started kind of as an idea to.
Hello, Long Ash. Thank you,
Long Ash. That the Beyond the Ranch thing kind of started as a way to move the live stream away from thank you, Alex. Appreciate it. Merry Christmas. To move the live stream away from the Our Wyoming Life channel, because we found that some subscribers really did like the live stream, some didn't.
Yeah.
And we really wanted to build basically a home base for the live streams. Thank you, Tabitha, to do this and have some sort of structure where we could come in and we could actually sit down with you guys and talk about what we have going on and get your guys' ideas on things. There's lots of stuff throughout the year that we brought to you guys well before it ever came to the channel. And we're going to do that again tonight, by the way. Very special announcement coming up here before too long. All has to do with Ranch Roundup 2021. So
we shouldn't have told them already.
Well, that's my teaser. That's how I keep them here. Because if I'd said,
just said special announcement.
Okay, it was just a special, and it has nothing to do with Ranch Roundup 2021.
Thank you, 73.
Maybe I'm going to get a haircut. Yeah. Thank you very much. So we've got that coming up, and that's something that we managed to share with you guys ahead of time, and we have all kinds of things that we do that with. But whether there's sales on the website or gift boxes, I think we talked about those here first. Thank you guys, appreciate it. If these guys were buying me beers, I would be trashed right now.
Just shots.
Just shots, shot after shot after shot. So we figured, like, for this live stream, thank you guys. I'm gonna have
Mackenzie. Mackenzie.
Is she on?
Yes,
I'm doing it again.
Make appropriate comments and good choices, Mackenzie.
Yeah.
Thank you, Scott.
We decided that we would do something this week which is basically kind of just turn it over to you guys, which obviously you guys are just taking it and running with it. Thank you, Scott. That you guys can ask the questions tonight, that we'll sit back and we'll answer questions and hopefully be able to let you guys in on even more of what's coming up next year. Nothing with Ranch Roundup though. Nothing with Ranch Roundup. But we can talk about other things as well, and kind of just kick back and relax. We also have coming up tonight a new edition of Bean's Life, our little 1-minute segment on what happened with Mr. Bean, Mrs. Bean,
Cocoa Bean.
Cocoa Bean.
I call her Miss Bean a lot though.
Miss Bean.
Her name is fluid. Thank you, 73 Ford.
Well, okay, so her name is very fluid because Lincoln has his own name for her. The girls call her Cocoa or Cocoa Bean. I call her Bean.
Kenzie calls her Cocoa Puff.
Yeah.
Lincoln calls her Bean Bong.
Bean Bong.
Where's Bing Bong? His is the cutest.
I wish I if I would have thought of that, we would have went with that. It would have been Bing Bong or Bean Bong.
Bean Bong,
yeah.
Not Bing Bong, Bean Bong. But you and I wanted to call her Bean, and then the kids made it complicated and named her Cocoa, Cocoa Bean, and so yeah. But late this week, I'd say she's gone by Bean.
I call her Bean because I don't mind. First of all, I don't really like chocolate, so the whole I don't want to be like prejudiced against a dog, but I don't really like chocolate.
That's why you can't call her Cocoa.
Well, as a kid, and I had to explain this to a friend of ours this week because I said I didn't like chocolate, and I think people think you're crazy when you say when you say you don't like chocolate.
Yeah, Song Daddy, that's what Lincoln calls her.
Bean Bong, yeah. When I was a kid, I ended up eating a whole bunch of Baker's chocolate, thinking it was real chocolate, and it really kind of turned me off against chocolate altogether.
You like some chocolate, but not like...
I can't do like straight chocolate at all. So yeah, I wonder if he got the Bean Bong thing, because I called her Ding Dong one day, and then he started calling her Bean Bong. Yeah. So I don't know.
That's cute.
How did the freeze thingy work for the water troughs? Well, tomorrow you'll find out.
We'll have to find out tomorrow.
Yeah, we've got a video coming out tomorrow. I'm going to go out.
Have you filmed anything?
No, I'm going to go out tomorrow and in the morning and film it and kind of show how they work. I mean,
you just have to wait till tomorrow. No teasers for that.
No teasers.
It comes tomorrow, video.
WPR Jersey with $2.35.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. You guys are silly.
Yeah, so you guys get an update on Bing Bong, Cocoa Bean, Cocoa Puff.
Cocoa, whatever.
Miss Bean.
Miss Bean. That's coming up tonight as well.
Do you think she's ever going to know what her name is?
Well, she's going to figure it out. I mean, you can holler at her. Thank you, 73 Ford. You can holler at her. She'll come to Bean.
Yeah.
Now, which isn't bad because she is what, 10 weeks old?
Yeah, we've had her 2 weeks.
Yeah, 10 weeks old.
We have entered naughty puppy phase.
Yeah, we have. That's for sure. JP Merrick, how are you and Erin feeling, getting rest? Did I miss the big announcement? You did not miss the big announcement. It's still coming. You're exhausted? We butchered chickens today.
And Bing Bong woke us up at 4:30.
Yeah. It was 4:12 actually when she sleeps in a kennel, which is in our closet. And
you get up with her.
She started barking like 4:12 this morning.
I got up with 3 kids.
Yep.
You helped, but I got up with 3 kids, so you get to get up with a dog. It's totally a fair trade-off.
Sure, yeah.
Thank you, 73 for it. But she does sleep most of the night. She goes to bed at 10. We put her in the kennel at 10. She has a potty break and then kennel at 10. And she sleeps, for the most part, till...
Mute your phone, dang it. Wait a minute, let's see who texted me right in the middle of all this.
Probably
Matt. Who's texting me?
Matt. Is it Matt?
No.
No, she sleeps usually till about 5:30 or 6. But it was like 4:30.
Yeah, it was 4:12 this morning.
So super early.
Yeah.
And then we butchered, 38 chickens today?
39.
No, 38.
39.
No, it was 38 that went in the freezer.
It was 39 that died.
Okay, well, one I decided was not suitable for consumption.
Yeah, I don't know what was wrong with that one. Sick or something.
The inside looked icky. So it was, ooh, no. So 38 chickens went in the freezer. I will say it's a pain in the butt to do 20, like just to get all set up and all that. But it's a lot easier. I think 30 might be about our perfect number to do just the 2 of us. Cause like Like
Thank you, WPR Jersey.
Thank you. Like my shoulders get sore, and like it's just a long time to like stand in one spot and cut chicken.
It is.
If we had another person, which I like, it's just doing the two of us. Like I feel like it's not chaotic, and we have like a super good system now. I think. Mm-hmm. So yeah, I think it went well. There's. We're obviously we're freezing them in the empty freezer that you saw. I had to use another freezer, and then a few went in another freezer today. But then I'm moving them once they're frozen, then they go in with like beef and stuff. We need to organize freezers, basically.
We do. So yeah, there's your chicken update as well. I saw a question about chickens.
Yeah,
Thank you, Southern Farm and Chicken, $2 super chat. Merry Christmas, y'all. You know, does it finally feels like Christmas now that we got some snow?
I haven't wrapped any presents yet.
You haven't wrapped a single thing. Neither have I.
I said, is the Airbnb open? Yeah, it's you can book it on Airbnb.com.
Yep, sure can. All right.
I love dogs. Puppy is a different animal. Yeah, 2 weeks of puppy is fun. I'm kind of
2 weeks of puppy is fun?
I'm kind of over it.
You're over the puppy thing already. I wouldn't mind sleeping in a little bit, the getting up. You know, like I'll hear her bark, and then it's like, here we go. You know, here goes our day. And then...
Then she started destroying stuff.
Yep.
Potty training's okay, not great.
It's getting there. Thank you, Jessica, for the $1.99 super chat. All right, you want to answer some questions?
Yeah.
And then we'll get, coming up, we do have our very special announcement. Let's do that at 6:30. So if anybody has to pee, get it, or anything that's going to take longer, you have, 17 minutes or whatever we have. Alrighty, what's your favorite video moment from 2020 on the channel? That's a good question. Do you have a favorite?
Thank you for Super Chat 73 Ford. Any video that I'm in.
Oh, jeez, wow.
No, I don't know. I think the 30 and 30 was. That's 30 videos.
The 30 and 30 was your favorite. Oh, thank you, Dennis,
Thanks,
for a $20
Dennis.
super chat, $150.
I think just that you doing that and stuff and what that did for the channel and how it brought the audience together during COVID and everything, I think was really, I think it was a good thing. It was really hard towards the end.
Yeah, I got kind of cranky throughout it too.
Yeah.
I think I was pretty short with a lot of people,
Yeah.
friends of ours, and I think I lost a friend during the 30 and 30.
It was tough.
Got tired of me.
And because you were up every day until 2 or 3 in the morning editing and, up to help. Well, the kids weren't in school, so we did kind of sleep in a little bit. Like we weren't up so early. It'll be different this year. I think our kids will still be in school. Hope the kids are still in school. So yeah, we'll see how that goes, because you are going to do the 30 and 30.
I am going to do the 30 and 30 again, and this year I'm trying to talk FBN into sponsoring the 30 and 30, which I think will be kind of cool. If they can bring us, we don't know that for sure yet, but I'm trying to work it out. Southern Farm and Kitchen, we got your jerky this week. Was going to save it for the hubby man stocking. Yeah, it didn't happen.
What was your favorite video?
Well, I'm getting to that. So, when you make videos so fast, they kind of turn into a blur. It's kind of like asking what your favorite meal of the year was. But most recently, actually, my favorite moment in the video was actually when we were putting chickens in the bags. And I said, which way do these things go in? And you said, head down first. I was like, they don't have heads, Thank you,
Well,
WPR Jersey, $1.56 there, bud. Your wife's going to see this credit card bill and be like, what are you, is this for like something online or what are you doing here?
Kenzie, are you doing okay? I told her, Grace and Lincoln went to Grammy's and Kenzie wanted to stay and watch the dog. And I said, go into Mom and Dad's room so that she's not running all over the house. Okay, and she took some toys and like Bean had some treats and apparently the dog got out. And there's a timer set for a potty break.
People really enjoyed the 24-hour live stream. That was interesting to do. That's right. I'm going to do that again. That was right up there. In fact, I was talking to the folks at FBN this week about sponsoring the 30 and 30 this week, and I told them that we do a 24-hour live stream at the end of it. And the line went silent.
Well, no one does things.
Like, what? And I said, we go live for 24 hours. And, it was just like, you're kidding me, right? Like, I think this year I might try to see if I can con somebody into going with me and actually filming. Because, like, the hardest thing I had during the 24-hour live stream was holding the dang camera. because like I'm trying to do things.
We just need to get you an assortment of tripods.
Yeah, it was rough. Like I didn't, the dog did not get out. Thank you very much,
Good,
Mackenzie.
Good job.
So yeah, I had to figure out how to set the camera up or how to, tripods,
We're
all
going
this
to
kind
be
of
better
stuff.
prepared this year.
You think so? That's an optimistic statement. I'm gonna hold you to that.
We don't prepare real well, but we learn from past mistakes.
We do. But my my favorite video of the year, I would have to say, is probably What's a Cow Worth?
Oh.
I think that one. I think that over this year we kind of figured out that we could kind of speak for the producer, not for every producer, because trust me, I get a lot of crap from a lot of producers, but like a majority of the producers, we can try to speak for them, and like being able to do that video and bring that to people's attention, and it's got like 100,000 views now or whatever it has, and like I've had contact with news and media and stuff like that because of it, and like it's bringing something to the forefront that people don't really think about that much, and COVID's really given us the opportunity to do that. So
yeah, COVID's changed so many things.
Another one that was up there was like, I can't remember what the name of the video was, but it was like, why is there no meat in the stores? Where's the meat? Where's the beef? I think, which was a better title than what I had. I don't know what I should have went with. Where's the beef?
I think Goliath being born too.
That was a good one.
That was a good moment.
Yeah.
How long do I have to stay in here? Well, if she's settling down and taking a nap, Mackenzie, go.
We are parenting via live stream.
Mackenzie, if you promise to watch her and not just watch your iPad, you can leave the bedroom.
All right.
Look how good she's spelling, though.
She is doing great, no doubt.
Is this good parenting or bad parenting?
I don't know. Maybe can we parent via live stream? That's a good question.
She's not like I said, go in mom and dad's room and close the door. It'll be easier to keep an eye on Bean and keep her from eating things and stealing turds out of the cat litter and stuff like that. Yeah.
Jeremy asked, how do we keep the deer from eating our hay? That's a good question. One year, we go through years where we have really big problems with it. Right now, we do have a small herd of deer that live in the hay yard.
You're not locked in the room, Nancy.
So there's different ways that people around here do it. Some people will actually stack their hay if it's net wrapped. You can do toadstool stacking, which is you take...
you put it, like that bubble wrap. Go get that bubble wrap. That's a perfect representation of
all right. This interactive TV here.
Pretend our shipping department is...
Yeah, pretend this is a bale of hay. I need 2 bales of hay, actually.
No, you don't.
Yes,
I
do. Okay, so normally if this end of a bale of hay is open, deer can come in. They can eat. But if you put that flat end on the ground, now they can't get to this top end. And then what people will do is actually stack another bale on top of this. So if you can stack 2 on top of each other.
Or sometimes they flip them and so stack like that and then stack like this.
Right, that's why I said I needed 2 of these. You need to get me another one.
We use the other one.
So that's one way to do it.
Mackenzie, you're the one that wanted the dog.
Another way is you can actually, and I've had help from Fish and Game in our area, that sometimes they'll be able to supply you with fencing. It's kind of like snow fencing.
It is snow fencing.
Yeah, and then you can wrap that around as well. So folks here are pretty good about helping you out with that. So
yeah, call Fish and Game.
Gilbert at one time actually got from Fish and Game, I think he got them from Fish and Game, was shotgun shells that you could shoot at the deer. Did you ever see those?
Yeah. Do you think they?
I don't know if they still do that or not, but you'd shock 12-gauge shotgun shells and you'd shoot them up in the air, and they'd fly, and then they'd pop and scare the deer away. Except for Gilbert would shoot them into the side of the deer. So he'd shoot the deer with the dang thing, and then it would explode, usually on the ground, and then start a fire of some sort. So.
Well, he didn't start any fires.
No, he didn't, but he could have.
I mean, inevitably though, like it's a drought, they're hungry,
yeah.
And we have some hay that's lost to deer.
Yeah,
it is what it is.
What we have to do. The antelope, oddly enough, don't mess with it either. But and the bad part is, like, you shoot that.
Don't shoot the deer unless you call Game and Fish first.
Yeah, well, Gilbert would call Game and Fish every year and ask if he could shoot them, and they would say no every year. But they don't let you do that.
No, if you get a license.
Well, yeah, and it's hunting season.
No, we don't have nuisance permits.
No.
You just have to buy a tag.
Doing the live stream. I think doing the live stream thing every 8 hours would be great.
we're going to do 2 12 hours because you just can't upload 24 hours. You can upload.
Yeah, that was the problem we ran into this year. Yeah, you couldn't.
We're not going to split it in 3. We'll just split it into 2. It'll be 11 hours and 59 minutes. There'll be a 2-minute break.
2-minute break while we switch things around.
and you'll come back.
Yep.
I don't see the reason why to do it into 3. We just can't do 11. We can't do 12 hours, so it has to be less than 12 hours.
Yep.
So.
Which
And
is
if
crappy.
YouTube, depending upon what their max upload time is, that's how long the live stream will be, and then there'll be a second one.
Right. Are there more antelope than deer on the ranch? Oh yeah, definitely. We have a small herd of deer, maybe 10 or 15.
Dozen?
Yeah, that wander around, but the antelope are everywhere. So
100 of them.
at least.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, well, the hunters took 47 antelope
they're
off or
so
something this
funny.
year. So, and they didn't even make a dent. So, yeah.
Thank you 73 Ford, and thank you JB Weld. What's the hardest challenge you've had to face this year due to COVID? Meat processing.
I don't know if that's the hardest, but it's
a
the most
struggle.
frustrating. It is frustrating.
I mean, and just like trying to raise a family and stuff in COVID and have children and like, you know, being when we did no school and we did virtual school and the disaster that was and like there's lots of disappointment. Like I think we're kind of come used to what the world is like now, but there's still some things, you know, like Kenzie wanted to go to the rec center. I'm like, well, I just don't know that that's the most appropriate thing to do right now.
Swimming and
You know, because of COVID and stuff, and it's like Lincoln's quarantined right now.
Right.
His preschool got closed, and so it's just there's lots of little like disappointments. I think so. Seeing them have to deal with it is tricky. Being stuck at home. You're not stuck at home, Mackenzie. You go to school. I didn't feel super cooped up when we were shut down in March and April because we were busy.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
We're always busy.
Yeah.
I have a frog in my throat.
What was the hardest thing for you about COVID? Meat processing is a disaster, though. It is an absolute disaster, and that is preventing us from serving our customers as much product as they would.
Oh yeah, or us selling as much product as we could.
I could have
The chickens help though. Hopefully we'll be selling some chicken here before too long. Now we have over 100 chicken. Well, we've processed over 100 chickens to this point, so we're getting there.
Yeah, except the farm store is open for 2 more days and then closed for a month.
Yeah.
Cool timing.
I think so. From a professional standpoint, like I was really looking forward to a lot of like speaking stuff that I was going to do this year, and COVID shot that in the butt. So I was really looking forward to doing that because I would have got to travel to different parts of the U.S. and I would have been able to do meet and greets and meet and hang out with a lot of you guys and that kind of stuff. You know, that was the biggest thing professionally that kind of stunted me. Honestly, you know, for me, I don't go to Walmart as much. I mean, I don't go to Walmart anyway. So the one interesting thing because of COVID is the fact that agricultural companies like AeroQuip and Michelin Agriculture Division, Hustler Equipment, they're doing great because of COVID, because people are realizing how important agriculture is. So, you know, instead of looking at the downside of things, let's look at the upside of COVID and say, hey, people are finally thinking about where their food comes from and, you know, planting gardens and you know, people are processing. I mean, it forced us to process our own chickens. We wouldn't have done that without COVID, I don't think. I think we would have found an excuse to put it off for another year. So I think that's kind of interesting to see how that has actually forced good change upon people.
No, I think it's made us reevaluate like our whole local farm store business. And, but it's also like, you know, I don't have a lot of product. I don't have any steaks. And we had steaks for 2 weeks in September. And so like it's also like hindering because I can't serve our clients with our customers with the product that they want. So like, you know, remember like last year I was doing all this fun stuff and we were having sales and I was just doing a lot more stuff and like with the farm store, and now like I don't post on Facebook as much. Like I just don't have stuff to sell. Yeah. So it's I don't know. It's going to get better.
Exactly.
We have processing scheduled for 2021. So. Question
from Dustin: where do you see the beef business going in the next few years? I honestly hope I hope it shifts more to a local producer standpoint. I think you're going to see a lot of producers that realize that unfortunately, it's really, really hard to make a living, doing it the way that we've been doing it for the last 100 years. The bad part is if people don't change what you're doing, there's, was it Albert Einstein who said, keep doing the same thing you did before over and over again, definition of insanity, or however that thing went. Like, that's what, unless people change what they're doing, the business is going to, it's going to go the way of the chicken business or the pork business.
There's vertical integration already happening, and that will. And just look up like vertical integration in the pork industry or the poultry industry, and you'll see what is coming for the beef industry.
And if you listen to our podcast, I did a podcast a couple of weeks ago with Shad Sullivan, and we talked about vertical integration in the beef industry and how they've been pushing for that for years.
Yeah. It's coming.
Yeah,
and it's not a good thing. I did talk to our local health inspector. Thank you, WPR, for the super chat. Merry Christmas to you and your family also. I talked to our local health inspector, just trying to see, I talked to her about some other stuff, but we were talking about processing. There's more processing plants opening. If anything gets opened in 2021, that'll be great. It takes a long time. But a lot of plants in new builds in Wyoming are going to be USDA inspected, which is great. So I think we're going to have more options if we can just kind of weather the storm. I think more ranchers are going to be able to sell direct to consumer, at least in Wyoming. I don't know what's happening everywhere else, but I think in Wyoming there is going to be more processing. And I hope that every rancher who wants to sell direct to consumer, that consumers have access to local beef in grocery stores, in restaurants, our school districts, our hospitals. They should all be eating local beef.
Exactly.
So hopefully that'll happen.
All right, let's see.
Thank you for the super chat, 73 Ford.
There's another one. Yeah, heck yeah. Dan Wickersham. Hey, Dan, how are you? If Coco's going to be a cow dog, she has to toughen up. She'll eat things that'll. Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah. I know that she's not.
We just don't tell Erin about those things.
She's not. We're not.
You don't let her lick you that day.
We're not purposefully letting her eat out of the cat box. And it's not like every dog we've ever had. Well, Lexi would do it on occasion, and yes, they eat gross things out in the field. We are trying to correct the behavior. We have not put up a baby gate because we don't want to, but that if we cannot correct the behavior, we'll put up a baby gate. Yeah. I feel like we just got rid of baby gates.
I know, right? It's like going back to diapers. Alex asked, how long does it take to build out a processing facility? I mean, there's a lot of red tape. Yeah.
Yeah, I would assume at least a year.
There are some new ones that are going in Wyoming, hopefully, that we'll be able to utilize, or somebody will be able to utilize. So.
Is there a reason the existing processing plants like the one in Sturgis don't expand? There's a camera in my way. Seems like the market is there. Yeah, no, the market is definitely there. Sturgis is in the middle of town, and I don't think they physically have the space to expand.
Yeah, but they could do another shift.
They do run 20. They are, I think, on occasion they're running 24 hours a day, right. But they can only do so. On Saturdays they do custom exempt, which is uninspected. You have to have a USDA certified inspector there to do your USDA cuts, and I don't think for the small processors, I don't think you can pay a USDA certifier to work overnight.
Right.
So.
The duelist there with 25-pound super chat. Erin, are you going to buy a milk cow? It's been on Erin's list for years.
If we buy one, though, it'll be so that we can put bottle calves on it. It won't be. We're not going to milk.
No.
I don't have time.
Well,
how?
True.
How?
There's only so much time in a day. And the artist formerly known as Scoot, how are you, buddy? Do you think we as a nation have a short memory about these shortages? Yeah. I mean, even look back at, I hate to use 9/11 as an example, but nobody, we don't think about 9/11 every single day, and it was a huge thing. People like to put the bad things behind them, and unfortunately, going into the grocery store and not being able to buy hamburgers is like a bad thing. That's scary. And I don't know how many emails I got where people are like, "What is happening?" And not that they needed to ask me, but
it was scary for me, even as a mom, and it was we had
even milk.
Yeah,
milk was
and just even I don't know. Not being able to buy pasta and stuff. I can't. I could make pasta. I don't make pasta, but there were so many things that we were out of, and it's still.
Can you make top ramen? Can you make the little packet, the little salt packet thing? That's all I like. Just pour it right on your tongue.
I don't think our kids will milk a cow. But no, I think it was...
Thank you, 73 Ford man.
Thank you. Even though we are super food secure, because we can produce a lot of our food, there's still a ton of stuff that we don't have. It's Remember how much discussion we had about, like, if Mackenzie can't eat a Pop-Tart, the kid's gonna die. And we've actually, like, she's a super picky eater. And if you're listening, Mackenzie, you need to eat better. But the last couple months, we've been really working on, like, just making all of the kids eat a more well-balanced, normal... not like, Mackenzie eats like 10 things. If she had her choice, she'd eat like 10 things.
Right.
So we're working on that.
We are working on that. From JB Weld, why won't you have to calve the dairy? Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you get her pregnant and then she...
usually a milk cow can feed more than one
depending on the breed.
Calf.
Yeah, there are some milk cows that can feed up to like 3 calves.
Yeah.
I was reading. So
I would love to have one for that purpose. We're not raw milk drinkers. We already don't leave the ranch much. I don't want to milk a cow. If we had a couple of employees, we'd have to have a couple of employees before we can have a milk cow. And we don't have a milking parlor, and like I don't have storage and refrigeration.
Well, we even figured out, so we were talking about like employees today when we were out butchering chickens. And I said, if we do 1,999 chickens, which is the legal limit that we can do on the ranch.
Uninspected.
If we sold, they averaged 5 pounds each, and we sold them for however much a pound. We figured out it was like $25,000 in chickens per year. Well, that doesn't even pay an employee to feed and take care of those chickens, right?
Well, they wouldn't work 40 hours a week.
Well, they might. I don't know. I mess around with those chickens quite a bit. I saw Bob Doring here. Bob, how are you? We could put you get here and you train Kenzie how to milk those cows.
I don't think that's going to happen. I have other chores that I want the kids to be more consistent with.
Yeah.
And I want them to be kids. We talk about that a lot. Like,
yeah, that is a big...
We want them to... ever put butter on a Pop-Tart? No. Have you?
No. But hey, Jeremy, who actually... Jeremy Burkett, you've seen him ask a few questions here tonight. He actually moved to Gillette here not too long ago from California. He'll rent us a milk cow.
Yeah, we'll see. I'm not going to say that we're going to jump full steam into the... There's also different nutrition and, like...
We do have to... There's a learning curve to milk cows, yeah.
One thing at a time. We're doing meat chickens, okay? Let's get that figured out.
Let's figure that out and then move on. How did the Airbnb do? I saw a question earlier also, Jonathan, that somebody asked about if the Airbnb was infected by COVID. It was actually, the interesting part was that we actually had a nurse that lived in the Airbnb for 3 months.
Oh, shoot, you were supposed to do your announcement.
Oh, we'll get there. Let me finish the story. That lived in the farm store for 3 months because the hospital didn't want her staying in a hotel with COVID going on. So that worked out great for us.
Yeah.
But the Airbnb is empty now. Wintertime is probably a little bit goofy over there.
We didn't open it until right about the time COVID happened, so we don't have like a previous year to compare it to. I would assume that COVID has affected it just because there's less people traveling. We did fine through the summer. Mm-hmm. It really exceeded our expectations. So yeah.
Exactly. Thank you, Melissa, for the $20 super chat. I also saw talk about looking into interns. We had an intern for 1 day.
No.
She never came
interns.
back.
No.
She never came back.
And
Erin and I actually do believe in like paying somebody a living wage.
Yeah.
Interns, like if somebody wants to work for us, like we're going to do it when we're able to pay somebody what they're worth. I mean, that's kind of a big thing. So
yeah, and I'm not against interns and stuff. It's just not the right fit for us. We need somebody who's going to be invested in the care and the animals and also like we're bringing them into a weird social media experience and so they have to be okay with that. So.
That might have been why we had an intern for 1 day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we'll see. I think we'll have an employee for quite a while before you guys even get to meet the employee.
Probably. We gotta make sure that they're comfortable with everything.
And yeah.
Alrighty, guys. I promised you guys a big announcement today, and I think it's about time to do that. Should I just play the video and then we'll talk about it afterwards? Yeah. All right, let's do that. Thank you, Mowing Gaming, $1 super chat. Here you go, guys. Here it comes.
Jeff Buell, and I'm from Buffalo, Wyoming. Here's a little song about that. Not a day that goes by, there's not a night that goes by, I don't think of you. But I've been a lot of places, I've seen so many faces, nothing compares to you. Well, you know I've loved you since I was a child, and just like your mountain streams, I'm still running wild. Oh, Wyoming, Bighorn Mountain memories. Oh, sweet, won't you be my baby? Well, you say we should just be friends, I say you're crazy. Girl, you know you wanna. I even talked to your mama. Well, she understood and said it's all good. Now come on, lady. They used to call me a rambler, a middle of the night gambler, 'cause all I cared about was my juke joints, women, and wine. But since I found her, they call me a rounder. 'Cause since I found her, I'm around her all the time. My friends call me Jeff, my boss calls me Hoss, and my teachers call me Lost, and my girlfriend calls me every name in the book. The bartender calls me drunk, and the sheriff called me punk, 'cause he was putting me in the backseat of his car. Been called out everything, I guess. My friends call me Jeff. Pleased to meet you, darling. You sure got a pretty name. Some folks think mine's pretty plain. My friends call me Jeff.
Guys, I would like to personally invite you on June 26th to come visit the ranch during Ranch Roundup 2021. It's our third annual, would it be annual at this point?
Third and final. No, I don't.
Ranch Roundup, and you may recognize that guy's voice. Jeff is actually the guy who sings the Beyond the Ranch theme song. We've known Jeff for a few years. Jeff is from Buffalo, Wyoming. He now lives in Nashville, Tennessee. He's on his way up the country music charts, and we decided to grab him while we could and get him up here to visit us during Ranch Roundup, where he will be performing live and a chance to hang out with us. Check him out online, jeffbuell.com, Geoff Buell. And if you guys get a chance to come and hang out with us during Ranch Roundup, you get a chance to meet Jeff, a really great guy. And Mackenzie has already told Jeff that we will be on stage with him. So just to let you know that she wants to sing with Jeff. So I don't know, maybe we'll lower the price of the ticket just for that.
Why did I make Matt cry?
You made Matt cry?
I don't even talk to Matt. Cool.
We will have ghost tickets available next year as well. We're planning on hopefully being able to ramp those up a little bit and make it more of a virtual experience for the ghost members. Yes, because somebody else is going to do it. I'm not going to do it. Somebody else is going to do it.
Under promise.
I am under promising. I'm saying somebody else is going to do it.
Over promise. It's going to be better. No, it's not. It's going to be exactly the same. Mediocrity at its best, okay? Under promise, over deliver.
We just told people that Jeff is coming.
Yeah, that's great, but that's not for the virtual ticket.
But that's better than last year or this year.
For the in-person tickets.
Oh my God. We're going to have an extra porta potty this year, people. It's going to be awesome. One extra crapper for all you guys.
Like 7 months away. Under promise. Under promise at this point. We don't even have any food booked or any alcohol.
We have Jeff booked.
We got Jeff and a date.
That's all we got.
Let's go.
That's all we got. Maybe it'll get better. Who knows? Maybe that's it. Maybe we'll just all hang out with Jeff and just bug him all day.
And we'll still have COVID.
Yeah. Jeff, do you know George Strait? What's George Strait like? That'll make him feel good. That's always a great question.
We don't even have any sponsors. Nothing.
Nothing
so let's
yet.
go for it.
Let's go for it. One porta potty. That's all you guys get. If we have two, bonus.
We'll have enough porta potties. Get her done sanitation has lots of porta potties.
Actually, was it Get Her Done that your mom backed into?
That was the first year.
That was the first year when they came to pick up the porta potties and your mom ran into them. Oh, that was funny. I forgot all about that. Oh.
Accidents happen.
All right.
Sometimes they involve porta potties.
I do believe Showtime will be here. Do I still have his picture over
Showtime.
there? Showtime Pete?
Oh, it's like Showtime the TV channel?
No, I believe Showtime Pete will be in attendance.
Yeah, we know Beckard's going to be here, and yeah. Oh, thanks, JB Weld.
Hey, sponsor of Ranch Roundup 2021.
You can be on the Ghost banner. First
Sponsored by JB. Actually, that look good. Can we use your logo? Sponsored by JB Weld. That actually wouldn't be bad.
Too bad he doesn't actually work for JB Weld.
We don't know that.
He doesn't work for JB Weld.
Sponsored by the U.S. government.
He is kind of shifty. Tickets will go on sale probably in, I don't know, February or March. They'll go on sale before the event. Save the date.
Funniest thing I've read all day, 73 Ford man just got a text from his credit card company about unusual activity.
I wonder why.
Oh, that's funny.
Thank you, though.
That's funny.
Yeah, so we had planned to have it in June last year. COVID obviously derailed those plans, and we ended up having it Labor Day.
Yeah, so the reason we were aiming for June was because we wanted to be able to get kids are not in school.
Yeah.
Travel is so much easier, minus COVID. But yeah, we wanted to, that ended up changing last year. So now we're going to try this again this year. So nobody sneeze on anybody else, and we'll all be fine.
I have some great advice about 2021.
Do you really?
Yeah.
What's your great advice for 2021?
So we're all going to be real calm, okay? And we're going to like walk into 2021 with our hands in our pockets, and we're going to look around, and we're going to keep our mouth shut, so we're going to be like, yep, this is cool. And that's it. Nobody touch nothing. It'll be fine.
Nobody touch anything.
Yeah. I mean, it's like what we tell the kids when we go in a store with like expensive stuff. Like, you will keep your mouth shut. You will not.
That's very true.
Not touch anything.
Oh, that's funny.
Oh yeah, it'd be nice to 20K. We'd like to have you guys come.
Yeah,
great to meet you guys.
Yeah. I really do hope that this year we are just let's blow it out of the water. Let's do it,
Your credit card must be working still.
We changed cards. Thank you, 73 Ford man. Appreciate that. That's funny. But yeah, so hopefully this year, doing it in June, we are changing some things up a little bit. You're going to hear about some changes that'll come forward. We're still going to
still are like rattling around.
I think we're still going to do a VIP ticket, which will be the Sunday event. The main event is on Saturday. That's where Jeff will be. That's where our sponsors will be. That Erin and I will be there. And then we will have our VIP event on Sunday. Mm-hmm. We may have more tickets. We may not. We may have porta potties, we may not. I don't know. But
I promise porta potties.
You sure?
Yeah.
You said under deliver. I was going to say, if we really want to under deliver, we could be like, here's a shovel. No. Everybody dig your own outhouse.
We will have porta potties.
There's a trench over there behind the farm store is the trench.
Like, porta potties are one of the easiest things, right?
But it's the funniest place to under deliver, if you ask me. Toilet paper, 1 ply. That's all you get.
Well, yeah.
You get 2, bonus.
That's what comes in a porta potty.
If COVID happens again, we may not have any toilet paper at all.
We'll have hand sanitizer though.
How does that take the place of toilet paper?
Doesn't, but that's all I got, man. Yeah, and there'll be lots of seeing a man about a horse.
Exactly. Speaking of horses, let's play Bean's Life this week because she is beginning to act somewhat like a horse. She's a giant.
She's bouncy.
She's very bouncy. Check this out.
Video backfired.
Burn.
It's a little mouse.
It's been rotting.
It's gross. Okay.
What did you eat?
Oh my gosh, that ended fast. I was gonna faint or something.
looking
I
over
was just
there,
like,
it's like, what are you
okay. I wasn't ready for that. Yeah, Bean getting a little bit more adventurous. She's herding cats now, which is
Oh my
always
gosh,
good.
there's so much hurting the cats.
Yeah, so she's
So-
got some of that in her. We know that. We just got to we gotta bring that in.
Yeah, if you couldn't tell, under that little kid's chair, and where she was barking and stuff, there was a cat under there. And so there's lots of that goes on. There's lots of Bean with her front paws down on the ground and her butt up in the air, and lots of barking and and very like bouncy.
Very bouncy.
Bouncy.
But a good dog altogether. J&B Farms, maybe considering bringing Cracker Jack in for Roundup. That's not a bad idea. I think people would be impressed with how big he is. He doesn't look that big in videos.
He's like...
He's huge.
Yeah, I mean, he's taller than the cows, though.
He is, and you can see that if he's standing next to a cow, you can see how big he is.
Yeah.
But when it's like drone shots and stuff like that, it's kind of hard to see how big he is.
Do you think he'd want to be in a corral, though?
I don't know. I mean, where the pigs are now, that's where he lived.
Yeah.
He was bridle trained at one point. Not anymore, but he was.
He's not naughty or anything when he's in a corral.
No, he'll eat out of your hand. And if you give him cake, he'll be your best friend.
Sure.
So I think as long as there's a fence in between him and people, I think we'll be okay.
He should be okay in the arrow clip.
Oh yeah, we put him in the arrow clip, we'll be good to go.
Yeah.
Yeah, no doubt. Long Ash Cowboy 100. What is that?
Whatever.
What is the money in Nicaragua? Is it pesos? No, it's not pesos. I don't know.
It's NIO.
NIO. Cat herding has begun. Yes, it has. Thank you, WPR Jersey, for the $1 super chat as well. Has Bean's story taken the place of the Armchair Rancher? Maybe. I don't know. See, the bad thing about the Armchair Rancher, and I guess I've never really talked about this, is that I look at comments, and I look at good comments now. I don't
look at comments anywher.
I do.
Not as much.
I answer comments.
Yeah, for like 20 minutes.
After a video comes out, and I'll spoiler, insider information, but I usually, for about the first hour after a video comes out, I answer comments, right? Ish. And then, depends on what else is going on. But
as soon as they turn passive aggressive and nasty, though, like, we're both out.
And that's one thing that happens, like, and we've talked to other YouTubers about this, is like, the bigger you get, the more crap you get, right? Yeah. So, you guys, obviously, we're not expecting to hear anything bad from you guys, but like it's that toxicity issue. So like this kind of stuff, like being able to do the live stream, this is great. This is like all up, right? But yeah, after a video comes out, sometimes it is a little bit of an issue.
Hard.
So, so that's where the Armchair Ranchers kind of went away, because I really just ignore that now, right? And the Armchair Rancher for me was an outlet for that, a way to say, you're full of crap too, and you're just like this dumb kid. And I just
it was
never
our
really needed
passive
that.
aggressive way of answering comments.
It was kind of our big burp right back at you. But is that good too? I mean, is that is that good either? So the Armchair Rancher may pop back in occasionally here and there, and we'll check and see what he's up to. But
what the best thing is for us to read a few comments and kind of see how the video is doing, and get kind of a big picture of like what the feel of the video was, what your guys' reception of the video was, and then we move on and we start thinking about the next video and the other stuff that we have going on, or we go have dinner with our kids, and that's it.
Yeah, pretty much. Let's see. Oh, Dr. Dixon, I saw.
Hi, Dr.
Yeah,
Dixon.
hey, Doc. Welcome back. Should run a special. Adopt a barn cat, get 20% off your Ranch Roundup ticket.
We got a few to hand out.
We could have a basket of cats, like parting gifts. You're like, here's your cat. Here's your cat.
There's some real feral ones, though.
Go catch that cat. That one's yours.
There's some wild ones.
Maybe.
In February or in January, we need to do a cat roundup.
We're doing a cat roundup once again this year. Sell the naming rights to any bottle calves this year.
Hopefully there are no bottle calves.
How do you sell the naming rights, though?
I don't know.
Put them on the website?
I don't know. You'd have to do like an auction.
You do like an online auction or something like that. To benefit. Me.
Yeah, to benefit us.
Wob Order asked if we already said what the special announcement is. Yeah, Ranch Roundup, June 26, 2021. Live musical entertainment from our friend Mr. Jeff Buell, straight from Nashville, Tennessee, will be here, and a whole lot more. So keep an eye on the website for more information about that, as well as we're on Facebook, Instagram.
Yeah, so, I mean, we haven't really talked about it, but we are, this is our last live stream until end of January, beginning of February. We don't have a return date yet. We're going to take a little break. We're going to enjoy the holidays. We're going to spend some time with our kids. We have a to-do list 1,000,000 pages long.
Yep.
Things like a new website are probably on the way.
They're halfway done.
See, there we go. So we're going to under-promise on a few things and over-deliver when we come back.
Or under-promise and under-deliver, whichever.
So we've got a few, we're going to take a little break, and we do not have a return date, right? We don't.
No, not yet.
We haven't figured it out yet.
Not yet.
But we will still be doing, follow us on Facebook or Instagram. There will be some content still going there. We'll probably do a newsletter or two here and there, so go to our website.
Podcast.
The podcast will maybe not be every week, but yeah, you'll still get a podcast. But go to our website, sign up for our newsletter, like us on other social media platforms, and check your favorite podcast app.
Exactly.
So, what are you most looking forward to for break?
During the break?
Yeah.
Sleeping. But I'm not going to sleep because we got a 10-week-old dog. I am looking forward to getting just some stuff done, like stuff wiped off. There's a project list that's down in the shop. There's also a project list up in my office, and we
have so many little tiny drywall repairs and paint touch-ups and stuff that just it's been neglected for
clean
3 years.
under our bed.
Oh yeah, because the dog keeps going under there.
Yeah, so it's move the bed and clean that. Just getting some stuff done. Maybe clean the basement.
There's
attic.
A sink that has no.
There's a sink that has no drain in it right now. Yeah, that's my fault. Just little things,
Yeah, you have some honeydew items to do, and then you're gonna work on the website. We have some new ideas for the channel and stuff that we'll start working on.
Yep.
I have a ton of EPP stuff to do.
Well, you always got EPP stuff to do.
So much stuff. So, I need to order seeds too.
Mm-hmm. I think you said that last live stream that you needed to order seeds.
I haven't done it yet. And we need to figure out when we're going to have chickens in 2021.
Yeah, how we're going to do that. Stephen asked, do you do these videos yourself or do you have people helping you? Erin.
Well, I'm just the brains behind the operation.
Erin usually comes up with the title of the video. That's about it.
I'm your support system.
Yeah. Erin does a lot of the back office type stuff. Obviously she takes care of budgets and tells me when I can or cannot buy a new drone. When I film and edit a video, usually we talk about it ahead of time. We come up with an idea, whatever.
It was strategy, because there's actually some thought that goes into a lot of this stuff.
A little bit, not much, just a little bit.
But yeah, I mean, if you're stuck on I don't know what to do for a video, you usually ask me, and then you ask Matt. Or whoever
Don't give him any credit. Because usually Matt's whatever you say is good. It sounds great. Matt's like a cheerleader. I'm gonna get a caricature done of Matt with his face on a cheerleader's body. And I'm gonna post it everywhere. He's the best cheerleader I got. If I farted, Matt would say, "It smells really good." That's the best fart I've ever smelled.
He wouldn't say
No,
that.
He probably wouldn't say that. I would hope he would. But yeah, so Erin helps me out with obviously the front end, the front end of a video, and then you come in after the video is done. You help me with titles and that kind of stuff, because that's a little tricky. Sometimes how you title videos actually makes a huge difference in how people watch it and stuff like that.
It's really actually very important. Titles are, and I don't always get it right. Somehow between the two of us, sometimes we come up with some good titles. Other times we go, huh. And then. Yeah, I mean, just lots of the back end business stuff. I help pack jerky orders.
Yeah, everybody. If you
You're
everybody helps pack jerky
You're
orders.
gonna pack some jerky orders.
I always wanted a Easy from Las Vegas, bobblehead Matt. I always wanted a bobblehead made of myself.
I bet you can get custom ones made.
You probably can, but they probably cost an arm and a leg. But I would do a bobblehead. You think we could sell a Mike bobblehead?
You just want to buy them on the website?
See.
Make sure I have a great body.
Or Elvira. You want an Elvira body?
Do you like it when we move, like the camera's in the way, you can't see the comment?
Colin's Lawn Maintenance asked how the calves are doing. Calves are doing great. They're eating like crazy. They're growing. We're getting ready to get some creep, hopefully from South Dakota here next week.
You're still gonna have to like film some because like there's some important stuff that's gonna happen while we're on break.
Well, yeah, we're
Make a
gonna
recap video.
feed the calves. We're gonna sell calves probably while we're on break, kind of like we did last year. I think, or this year. Our first video back this year was selling the calves.
I don't think it'll be that this year.
I don't know what it's going to be. You think I've planned that far ahead?
I don't. We don't even have a day back yet.
Yeah, exactly.
We do potentially have a ship date.
Potentially.
Potentially.
Did you all come up with a name for the Alaska guy on his photos? We did not. Actually, I'm not sure if you're aware, but Todd passed away on December 3rd. So we were unable to come up with a name. So it's actually an unfinished project.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sucks.
WPR Jersey, 430
Thank you.
people here that support you guys. Best of luck in 2021.
Thank you.
It is, like I said in the very beginning, being able to build even a secondary community. So our Wyoming Life, we're coming up on 4 years, oddly enough, in January. 4 years of this stuff. And last year we decided to break this channel off and start building that. We are close. I don't know if we're at or close to 8,000 subscribers.
It's like 7.99.
Is that what it is?
That's what it
Something
said.
like
I saw that briefly. Yeah.
So we're very close to that, and I don't know, being able to say that there's 8,000 dedicated people who watch the live stream, who most of them do. I mean, not every single one, but it is pretty cool to be able to take something that, even Mackenzie today, she was she was helping me with the thumbnail that I put on this video, and I was showing her how to do it, and she said, "You have 2 channels?" And I said, "Yeah." And she said, "You're going to get two silver play buttons." And I was like, "No, we're a long way from that." But 2 silver play buttons would be kind of cool. It's the only recognition you really get from YouTube. So,
yeah, we still have a long ways to a gold one at 1 million.
Is it 1 million for the next one? Yeah, that ain't going to happen. But
maybe someday. Thank you, 73 for it. I show my girlfriends the channel. I get them to subscribe. Well, just don't tell them all at the same time.
Hopefully they don't run into each other here. Hopefully they're not watching right now.
Any new plans at the farm store in 2021? Yeah, have steaks. That's really my only goal. Have more than hamburger and chuck roast.
Yeah. There's some plans for the farm store. Obviously, having an employee for the farm store would be kind of interesting to do.
Exist. I mean, I just want to exist.
Yeah. Be able to have.
We have a lot of irons in the fire, guys, and so I mean, you guys know this. So it's not always about and we've changed so much since we've added so many things to our operation in the 4 years that you guys have been with us. But I go back 4 years and I think that we were at max capacity 4 years ago, and so are we at max capacity now? I can't imagine adding one more thing, but somehow we add more things. But I think adding things in the future is going to look different than just us doing them.
Yeah.
And so, not to say that Farm Store won't change or evolve and get bigger or smaller or whatever it does, but I just sometimes want to just do the same thing. Kind of. I want it to be super, and it is it's successful. It's meeting our expectations. So.
Yeah.
I want to exist, though, man. Just I don't know. What do you want to do?
I want to under promise and under deliver. That's what I want to do.
Yeah, I'm good with that too.
Honestly, heading into 2021, I think that 2020 for our Wyoming Life has really been about focus, right? And one of the things that Erin and I sit down and we come up with goals for ourselves, and we really did want to kind of focus ourselves down so we weren't doing 500 different things. That we could take things and say, okay, this is important to us, we want to do that.
Yeah.
And becoming advocates for agriculture was something that we really did want to do, and I think it's something we succeeded in 2020.
That's why even the podcast took a huge break, and it came back with a new purpose and a new direction and stuff.
Yeah, and I think that 2021 is going to be a continuation of that focusing, but more focusing for ourselves.
Yeah.
You know, and where we can spend our time most efficiently, where it's going to benefit the ranch, where it's going to benefit our family, where it's
Yeah.
going to benefit subscribers, you know, followers, that kind of
Oh
thing.
yeah, and like being somewhat selfish with our time and saying no to things. Like saying no to
The
things.
hardest thing in the world,
It's
guys,
the
is to say
worst,
no.
but
I
it-
hate saying no. I get emails from people, and they're, you know, hey, we want to stop by, or we want to, I need some advice, and it's so hard for me to say, you know what, I'm sorry, but I just don't have time right now.
Yeah.
I will make time, and then I'm taking time away from something else.
Yeah.
So you
Our
know,
bubble is, like, we say this a lot, like we have all these people on the internet that want to be part of our lives, but like our in-person real life bubble is like getting
it's smaller than it's ever been.
Smaller,
Yeah,
yeah.
very, very crazy. Stephen asked, is there any advice for starting a ranch? Oh my
super
gosh.
chat from JB though.
Oh, I'm sorry. We'll be back to you in a second. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year to the Owl family and all the mods, and to the 50 Fencels. Is there a lot of Fencels here?
Jake is here, 20K is here.
Oh my gosh.
Tammy's here too, but she's hiding. Tammy has a new screen name. I will not tell her because she'll be mad at me and she'll cut me the next time I see her, but she changed her screen name.
Sneaky. Yeah, the biggest thing about starting a ranch, I think, is knowing what you're getting into. So do all the research that you can. Talk to as many people as you can. Do not talk to just one person.
And don't bite off more than you can chew.
Yeah, exactly. And I saw one earlier too, where somebody was talking about how they were working on getting into, raising their own animals to be able to sell, and how hard it was to do that. But it is hard. But you don't have to be the biggest rancher on the block to start with. I mean, there's lots of people that start out. You know, we started out with, how many pigs did we have the first year we did pigs?
Like 5 or 6.
Yeah, like 5 pigs, and we were like, I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this. Erin went a little crazy with the chickens, but
But even that today. So today was what, like our 4th day of processing.
Yeah.
And like I remember after the first day, you were kind of like, I killed a lot of chickens today, and I could tell you kind of like that kind of bothered you.
it's a weird thing.
Today, after 2 of them had a geyser of poop in his face, I'm gonna post a picture to social media of like what you look like afterwards.
Oh, they pooped
It was
all
a
over
bad
me.
day for you.
It was horrible.
And
They
then
were full
you
of poop.
said, you know what? It's easier to kill them after they bite me.
A little bit.
So
Still, though, I mean, there's that, you have to have a certain mentality. Like, we've worked on the ranch for years.
time.
And yes, I've had to put down animals. I've had to, do all kinds of stuff that that you never want to do. And Erin's seen it. Like, I've came back from having to shoot a cow that maybe was a pet cow.
yeah, we've had some hard.
And I had to shoot our first cow that we had here on the ranch.
Yeah.
And like that's a hard thing to do. And then you get into like actually butchering on the ranch, and that's a whole different deal.
Yeah, and I remember the first time we put steers in the trailer to take them to Sturgis, and the first load of pigs and stuff, and like, I also had a moment with pigs though, like the second batch of pigs, that after like 3 hours of trying to get them in the trailer, was like, it's not as hard
You
now.
punched a pig in the
So
face.
mad.
We didn't put that in the video, by the way, but I think I have it on video somewhere. Erin just
No, I
clocked
think
a
the
pig.
video died. It was so frustrating.
Oh yeah, we didn't have video because the camera died.
Yeah,
That's right.
It was very frustrating. But then, I mean, you kind of feel less bad about that. But I did gag for the first time today doing chickens. Like, something got me, man. Like, a smell hit me. It's like, I'm over 100 chickens in at this point, haven't gagged at all. And I about, like, threw up today. And we did eat our first chicken this week, too.
Yeah, it was
I
yummy.
feel like that, like, we conquered. There's something different between, like, we raise them, you process them, and then, like, we had to take a couple weeks and kind of, like, wait before I felt like we could eat a chicken.
We did have
Didn't you?
KFC in there though.
Well, yeah, I had other chicken, but I didn't have, like, our chicken that I had pulled the guts out of. I'm super happy, though, that we have done chickens. Like, and I think just, it's doing beef and pork and stuff, like, we don't do the processing, but, like, we are controlling our food supply chain. But to know, like, today during processing, it was like, if there's a zombie apocalypse, like, you and I are super useful. Like, you guys are going to want us on your team. So, like...
Does anybody still watch The Walking Dead, by the way? Is there a new zombie show out yet?
But, just to actually be able to, like, raise the animal, process the animal, and put the animal in our freezer without it leaving the ranch, I think is a huge accomplishment.
Yeah.
And it's just chicken.
It's
but
food.
It's hundreds of pounds.
But
of
you've
meat.
been doing it for years with gardens, right?
Yeah.
And you pull a.
Yeah, but it's so
It's not the same thing. I realize that, but it's an experience to have something that was raised on the ranch that's a protein.
Yeah.
That was blinking and looking at you. I had that moment with chickens.
Yeah,
like
they do.
5 minutes ago, this thing was squawking at me and having a fit that I took it out of its
And
pen.
you put its head in a bucket.
And then that was it. Now
I'm
cutting off its leg.
Within a few hours, it's in the freezer.
Right. Yeah, it's a different deal.
Yeah.
So
I think it's super satisfying though. I recommend if you can raise or grow your own food, do it.
Yeah, and if you can figure out how to do it, there's something to be said for.
I'm so behind on The Walking Dead. Yeah, we're at like season 5. I don't know what season they're on now, like 13. I don't know.
Yeah.
We quit a long time ago. 2020 was a zombie show.
Exactly. Let's answer a couple more questions as we wrap up for the final video of the year here on the Beyond the Ranch page. We do have a video coming up on tomorrow on Our Wyoming Life. That's going to be we're going to go out and check and see how those freezy thingies worked. And then a video on Wednesday, which will be the end of year video on Our Wyoming Life as well. EZ said the emergency section was an eye-opener. How hard you worked to save that calf.
Yeah,
that was a tough video.
Yeah.
That video, that was the one where we had a cow go down, did the emergency C-section, got the calf out.
And she looked great when you brought her in.
Calf looked great. Gary was here, our neighbor Gary. That was weird too. He called me, and he was like, "What are you doing?" And I said, "I'm getting ready to cut a cow in half." Like, what are you doing?
Your phone.
Huh?
I don't know why you answered.
I don't know, because usually when Gary calls, I'll answer. Because usually it's like something's happening. Gary doesn't call me usually just to BS. Not during work hours. Like during work hours, if Gary calls me, something's happening, right? Because Gary's busier than I am.
He needs a staple gun.
So yeah, he needs a staple gun. Gary called me and he said, "What are you doing?" I said, "I'm getting ready to do a C-section on a cow." And he said, "Okay, well, I'll let you go. Talk to you later." And then time, in situations like that, or any situation where it's stressful, like time gets screwed up, right? So I'm still getting ready to do a C-section on this cow, and then I turned around and Gary's standing there. I was like, when did you get here? And he said, well, when I called you, I was in the shop. Yeah, he was like, oh, well, yeah, okay. So having him in there and being able to bring that calf in, that was one of those things that I thought was going to be a great video. I thought this video is going to be so awesome because we're going to save this calf. And I had to put down the mom, but I saved the calf, and it's going to be a win, not a win-win, but it's going to be a lose-win type situation. There's going to be a happy ending. And then it just circled the drain. It was just one of those things where it was like I just saw this whole video going
and that calf just kept dying, and we kept kind of bringing her back, and it was just like I think I walked away at a point, and then Gary did too and stuff after she passed. But I was just like, she's not going to make it.
Yeah,
so
yeah, it
was hard.
And that was one of those another situation where I said, do I make a video about this? Do I? And I do film stuff that sometimes never makes it. I mean, it's just the way it works.
Yeah.
But in that situation, then it is important to show your losses as well.
Yeah.
You can't have a YouTube channel. You can't have you can't be an advocate for agriculture and be right all the time. You can't be perfect all the time.
No.
Not everything can be a happy ending. Even like the last video that I did with the Hustler feeder, where I screwed up and ended up having to cut the bale, and half of it went on the ground, and it was like, we're not perfect.
No.
And I could have very easily went in and edited that and made it look great.
Well, and when you read the comments, you should have just
I probably should have done that. But I mean, that's the whole point. Like 2020 is not a perfect year. If it was a great year for you, holy crap, you are amazing. Like if you had a great 2020, we had a good year, but I wouldn't say it was a great year. I mean, it was just one of those years that we all got through, and that's what's going to happen once the clock ticks over on January 1st.
Nobody's going to touch nothing.
We're all going to put our hands in our pockets. We're all going to pretend we're in a China shop. Nobody's going to say anything. We're just going to.
It's all going to be cool.
Yeah, everything will be fine. Yeah, it's.
Was there a super chat? I thought we had
there
a
may have
super
been.
chat.
I kind of missed it. I was
Oh,
talking.
yep, right there. Do you plan to make chicken jerky? No, I'm not making any value-added chicken products. I'm just selling processed birds.
Yeah, we had a lot of people ask us about gizzards and livers and hearts and all that kind of stuff, and really, like we were talking today, like we just want to get the chicken part down first before we even start doing anything that's value added. And you have to look at how much time it takes to do that, and is that worth your time?
You have to clean each organ, and I'd have to make the decision whether or not sell them separately or just put them back in the bird. A lot of our customers, like that I've talked to, have said that they don't really have an interest in them, and so like I'm not personally interested in doing more work and cleaning those organs to put them inside a bird so that their giblets included, and then have them just go in the trash.
Right, and you can't charge more for that at that point. I mean, what are you going to do? So,
and I don't even technically know if I can sell them separately. I should have asked Rebecca when I was on the phone with her.
Oh, that's a good idea.
So we're just trying to get the chicken part down, and I'm trying to get it. It's Christmas time, and we're still butchering chickens. Like,
yeah.
let's just try and get through these dang birds and get them in the freezer and going from there.
Yeah.
So.
Dan had a good point. Let's sneak through 2021.
Yeah. Just keep your hands in your pockets.
Can we tiptoe?
Shh, we're gonna be very quiet.
Nobody make any loud noises. Spook the gods. Yeah. I don't know. You want to show the jackalope still over there? He's just out of view.
He's really dusty, and he sheds.
He does shed. Bean has not met the jackalope yet.
He makes me uncomfortable with his shedding.
Well, he's not shedding. He's just losing hair.
Well, that's shedding. Is that not the definition of shedding?
Well, it's not like he's alive and shedding. It's not going to grow back. Eventually, he'll just be bald.
You guys really can't see it. I think sometimes baby kitty attacks him.
Oh, well. You can see the anguish in his eyes.
That's JB's sign.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, it's like it's floating. There's something wrong with this jackalope. He's not moving, and he's shedding.
I don't know. I have no idea.
I remember when you bought that like 2 years ago. And it was
You were
$200.
so mad.
I was
You were
like,
mad.
are you serious?
And look how much entertainment he's given us over the years.
Bean is gonna gnaw the jackalope up. Yeah, she can't get on couches yet. That's kind of nice.
She can't jump. Yeah, she hasn't figured out how to jump yet. But
Did you decorate the jackalope? No, we just put this sign there.
so live streams will return. Obviously, they're not done forever. The Beyond the Ranch channel will continue to be our live stream channel. I'd kind of like to do a little. I'm not going to overpromise, but like being able to do some more stuff on the Beyond the Ranch channel would be kind of interesting. What to do, I don't really know.
I think we have some ideas, and this is what the break time is about, is just like a reevaluation of like, again, like with kind of 2021 is going to be about kind of saying no. So like, what do we love the most about the live streams, and then like amplifying that, and like, yeah. If there's something we don't like, it might go away. I mean, the channel and the live streams are going to stay, but yeah, I would expect to see things be different, but still the same. I don't know. I mean, it's still going to be us, and we're going to still sit on this couch, and we're still going to talk.
Yeah.
Right?
Did you just crack your knuckles?
Yeah.
Ugh.
Will I do turkeys next year? Maybe.
We've been talking about doing
it.
turkeys for years.
Well, now that we're doing chickens, I had butchered some chickens today that could have been little tiny turkeys.
We did do small turkeys.
Our biggest chicken weighed over 6 pounds today.
Yeah.
They need to get done.
Matt asked if we have a date to return to live streams. We do not, but here's the thing. Go to our website, ourwyominglife.com, sign up for the newsletter. It is very important that if you are a fan of this channel, if you're a fan of Beyond the Ranch, that shows that you're a dedicated friend of ours. I mean, that's pretty much it. So make sure you sign up for the newsletter, because that's where we reach out to you guys and let you know exactly what's happening, when things are changing, and how we're going to move forward into 2021.
Okay. Dave M. Put antlers on Bean elope. That's hilarious.
You think you can get him to stick antlers on? I have a plan for a video with Bean, by the way. I saw online that you can get a harness for a GoPro for a dog.
She's so little.
Well, maybe when she gets a little bigger, and we can have like the Bean cam, out doing stuff.
Yeah.
A day of the life. I don't know.
No, Alex, there will not be a new greenhouse next year. We're trying to exist, okay? Exist.
No doubt.
No, and Matt, we're not doing turduckens. Ducks are like off limits. Like
She likes ducks.
I like the ducks.
They're pets. They're not really pets.
I mean, and if we raise meat ducks, like they would be, I would have that mentality that they're for meat, but I don't know that I could sell a lot of duck.
I don't really like duck. Have you ever had duck?
No.
I'm not a huge fan of duck.
I'm good with not eating any duck.
Yep, exactly. Well, guys, I really do want to thank you, and both of us want to thank you from the bottom of our hearts for everything that we've been through this year on Beyond the Ranch. Like I said, we've got a video coming up on Monday. That'll be the Freeze Miser, and then, of course, Wednesday will be the wrap-up for our Wyoming Life. But this is our chance to actually sit down, look you guys straight in the eye, and tell you that you being a part of Beyond the Ranch is one of those things that is so important to our Wyoming Life, because you guys are the core. You 8,000 subscribers to Beyond the Ranch are the core audience of our Wyoming Life. You guys are the ones we can count on. You guys are the ones that I make videos for. If we have a video that goes out on our Wyoming Life that has 100,000 views, I made that video for 8,000 people. And that's the way that I look at it, because I can't make a video for some idiot that I've never seen before or met before, or I know that he's never seen the channel before, that might just stumble upon, trip and fall, and end up watching our channel. But what I can do is make a video for friends of mine that I know care about agriculture, that care about Erin and I, that care about the ranch, that care about Bean, Mackenzie, Grace, Lincoln, Rita, whoever it may be. You care about what we're doing, and you care what we stand for, and that's what's very important to us, and that's why we make videos, and that's who we make videos for. So thank you very much for being a part of Beyond the Ranch, because Beyond the Ranch is really what our Wyoming Life is all about. It's about you guys. Thank you to our moderators. These guys are crazy, by the way. They show up for work every week.
Oh, yeah.
We don't pay them a dime. Nothing. They had to pay to come to Ranch Roundup. No, they didn't have to. Well, they paid to get here. They didn't have to buy tickets for Ranch Roundup 2020, but they did have to pay to get here. And these are guys that sit down and hang out with us every single week, and they're here to make sure that it's an entertaining experience for everybody. A lot of people have I've gotten emails, and they're like, they're your bodyguards. They're not our bodyguards. They're your guys' bodyguards. They're here to make sure that this is enjoyable for you guys. You guys don't have to put up with nonsense, because I'm really good at ignoring nonsense at this point.
We're good at that.
So thank you very much. Thank you, Erin, for putting up with us another year.
I know.
Beyond the Ranch is crazy. It's just one of those things that we didn't expect to happen, but it did, and thank you guys very much for being a part of it. Stick with us. We've got a lot more coming up from the ranch. It's going to be a new year, and there's going to be all kinds of new adventures to find as we move through it. We'll have more information coming up on Ranch Roundup 2020 live.
Subscribe to the newsletter.
Yeah.
Honestly, that is the place where you're going to get the most information from us. So head to our website, ourwomenlife.com. If you're not already subscribed, you'll get a pop-up, and it'll say, would you like to subscribe to the newsletter? Put it in your email address.
I don't think you get a pop-up. You have to scroll down.
I thought we had a pop-up.
I don't think so.
Did you take it off?
I think it annoyed me. Annoyed me? I think it annoyed me. But yeah, maybe I'll put it back up. But yeah.
So scroll down the bottom, sign up for the newsletter. But also, we'll be on Instagram, we'll be on Facebook.
Podcast.
While we're on break, our podcast will still be happening. So
thank you very much.
we're just taking a little break from the YouTube.
Peggy, what was your question?
No.
I gotta wait for Peggy to ask her question.
2 more videos on our Wyoming Life, and then done till the end of January.
Yeah.
We don't have and BTR will start again the end of January. Subscribe to the newsletter or follow us on Instagram and Facebook, and we'll probably promo when we're going to be back. So.
Mark, I thought you were talking about me when you were talking about idiots. You said, well, I mean, it is true. Like, I can't make videos for people that I don't know or
but
don't like the
everybody
videos.
at some point was new to the channel, too.
Everybody
so,
was, Everybody stumbled and fell into it, and you fall down this rabbit hole. So then you become what I'm making videos for.
Yeah.
I mean, that's that. And if you fall into that, you fall into that. So, where's this question? Where's Peggy's question? It's not coming. She got mad at us and left.
She's probably typing really fast.
Oh, okay.
Or she rage quit.
That happens too. We'll wait a couple seconds for Peggy's question here, because Peggy's question is important for us and important to us. We'll just hang out here. Oh, there it is. Was there a video of the cow and the calf that died? Yes. Somebody I don't know what the name of the video was.
It was in April or May. Oh, gosh.
Yeah. I don't know. Are you going to look it up, really? Look at you go. This is customer service.
I don't know that I can find
Erin's
it.
pulling out the customer service.
There was no newsletter last week, but about every other week or so you get a newsletter.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, man, this is gonna take a minute.
Yeah, I have no idea. But,
There's Lincoln's birthday.
was it during the 30 and 30? It was during.
might
The,
have
it was
been.
during. I think it was during the 30 and 30. Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah, this is hard. There's
Yeah,
Goliath's
ugh.
Oh yeah, it's called emergency C-section.
Oh, there you go. That's easy enough. We named that one right on. We hit the nail right on the head there.
Why didn't you know what that was called?
I probably could have guessed, but anyway, thank you guys. Have a Merry Christmas, very Happy New Year, and look forward to next year because it can only get better, right?
Don't say that.
Okay.
Shh, we're gonna be very quiet.
2020 is going to under promise.
No, 2021.
2021 under promise, over deliver. We would hope, maybe.
Oh, you're welcome, Mark. Yeah, you can find jerky on our website. The sale is no longer active. But if you subscribe to the newsletter, you'll find out the next time there's a sale, because the sale always goes to the newsletter first.
It does.
And when there's new flavors that are released, that sometimes gets like snuck out to the newsletter subscribers before we announce it on the channel. So like, it's really important to subscribe to that newsletter.
It is. I subscribe. Thanks, guys.
All my email addresses subscribe because somehow I ended up being like the test email for like.
Did you subscribe to everything? Yeah, no doubt, no doubt. Well, thank you guys.
Carrie.
You
Bye.
guys have a Merry Christmas. We will see you
Yeah.
in the new year, and hopefully you keep watching our Wyoming Life as well, and we'll
2 more videos.
2 more videos, and then we'll hang out